Hello, you all. So I never know what I'm going to talk about when I open my camera. I just know that I want to talk and I want to share what's on my mind and my heart that day. And it's a lot of different topics that I'm going to be talking about as we go into the next year and so on. Because my goal is to transition from being a fitness instructor for all my life to now being a public speaker and talking about all kinds of different topics that I've been through in my life. Because at the end of the day, I'm an overcomer and I've endured really hard shit in my life, with the worst thing being my son passing away earlier this year. But long before that, I went through a lot of things and a lot of experiences in life that have taught me, that have developed me, and that have prepared me for the next level of my life. And today, I want to talk to you about the power of the P. I can't say the word, so I'll just refer to it as the P, but we all know what that means, right? So I have now been abstinent for 1 year. And it kind of just happened that way. So I was with a man that I had been dating and had been helping me, in my life for the better part of 2.5 years. And one day I just decided that enough was enough and I wasn't going to sleep with him anymore. It was just a personal value of mine. And I told him, and he bounced just like that. He was gone. After being in my life for the better part of 2 years. And I was hurt at first. I was confused. I was angry. But it ended up being a blessing in disguise because it taught me so much about men and about us women. And that is that there is power in our P. The letter P. There is power in that. We as women hold that power. And God gave us that for a reason. A man is very strong. A man is stronger than women in all aspects, except for the P when it comes to that, right? He weakens. A man will crumble to get the P. And you don't realize that. And you don't realize how much power you have as a woman until that is taken off the table. And more importantly, you don't realize how a man really feels about you until that is no longer part of the equation. And, I'm not a sexual zealot out here being like, oh, you must be a virgin, or, you must remain abstinent or celibate in order to, have a good life or whatever. I mean, I understand that sex is very important in a relationship. And I think it's even more important that the two people are sexually compatible. That's huge, because if you're not, the relationship is never going to work. But I do think that when women withhold that from a man, you really get to see his true intentions with you. And the majority of them are not going to stick around, especially in today's world, because it's just expected. It just is. It wasn't that way with our mothers and definitely our grandmothers and so forth. But nowadays, men are very adamant that you're going to give me that, and you're going to give that to me when I say, or I'm gone. But here's the thing. The longer that you withhold that, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but as women, the longer that we can delay that gratification to a man, the more intrigued he will stay. And it will show you over time, ladies, if he's willing to invest in you or not. It doesn't mean you will never have sex with him, right? But I would just tell you to pull back, hold off, really analyze and examine him and see what his true motives are, right? Because the minute that he gets it, he loses respect for you. So you might say, well, I've been with my man for 5 years, 4 years, 2 years, and he still respects me. But when he gets sex, there's a distancing there, because as long as you withhold it, you as a woman maintain the power. It's the power of the P power, right? We've all heard that phrase. But when you give it up, the power now shifts back to the man. The man is in control of the relationship again. And when I say control, I don't mean in a negative connotation, but our power as women lies in our femininity. And a man who really wants you cannot resist the feminine side of you. Your look, your walk, your curves, your sex appeal, your sass, your outfit, your nails, your hair, your makeup. It's what makes us women. And also, our P, of course, makes us a woman. And that is the ultimate prize to a man. So when you share that too quickly, the intrigue, the pursuit, the chase, the desire, the wonder of that is lost. And that's one of the main reasons why a man will ghost you, why he will cheat on you, and why he leans toward disrespecting you the minute that you give it up. And how I wish that I had been taught all of this when I was younger, because we are brought up, when I say we, I'm talking about females, we are brought up to believe that the Disney fairy tale actually exists out here, right? And Disney has made billions of dollars in profit off of that fantasy, off of making women believe that this wonderful, fantastical life actually exists. But when you get older and you've been through some things, you realize, man, it's a lot harder and a lot more complicated than that, right? So I just want to encourage you today, if this video came across your feed, that your power is in your P, in your femininity, and in your soft, sensual side. A man cannot resist that, so hold on to it as long as you can.